Hey, Zane Griggs here. With Halloween approaching, it got me thinking about all the candy that's going to be going around the parties, and how I consider what I'm going to eat. And I wanted to share how I think about it. Basically, I don't just think about weight loss. Weight loss is not an issue for me, and it may not be for a lot of you either. But when you're thinking about what you're going to eat and your diet, okay, what you're going to choose, how you're going to choose to indulge even, you need to consider more than just your weight, because there's a lot more at stake there. It really affects how we age and how quickly our bodies, are susceptible to diseases as we age. So, some people might get a certain disease in their 40s and 50s, depending on their lifestyle, and others in their 60s and 70s or later. And that has a lot to do with the pollutants that come into our body that cause inflammation. So, we all know if you smoke, you're more likely to get cancer, and particularly lung cancer, because of the inflammation caused by the pollutants that we take in, that we would take in when we smoke. And most of us that are very health conscious wouldn't, have the occasional cigarette or two on the weekend. Some of you might, but for the most part, if you're very health conscious, you're working out, you're paying attention to how you eat, you don't just have the occasional, cigarette binge, okay? And food is different, obviously, but, and all this kind of, we have those indulgences, those special occasions, but you think about how sugar affects our cells, how it creates inflammation in our bodies, which makes us more susceptible to disease. Diseases like, as we've learned, cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's, all those things that seem to be metabolically based and based on inflammation beginning in the cells from, oxidizing, oxidized cholesterol, AGEs, advanced glycation endpoints, which all comes from sugar metabolism and fructose, the high fructose corn syrup, and the sugar coming in with no fiber attached to it. So it creates a lot of, again, inflammation within our cells, making us more susceptible to disease and aging us that much faster. So consider that. Consider choosing, if you want to indulge a dark chocolate that is very low in sugar, like an 80, 85, 90% chocolate, low in sugar, maybe some cashews or macadamia nuts. Something that's indulgent. It's fun, unsweetened homemade whipping cream, heavy whipping cream with some berries or something like that. Something that's lower glycemic choices, because it's not just about weight. It's not just about on the scale looks, like if I do this, it's not going to affect the scale much. I would just work it off at the gym. Well, there's some things you can't work out. There's some damage that has to be undone, okay, through either a fasted period or a really low carb, ketogenic diet, which can help some of that. But some damage just needs to be avoided. So think about long term, think about how it's going to affect your health long term, how your habits are in a greater scale than just your weight, but your total health and how quickly you age and your quality of life as you get in the later years of your life. I want to do a quick shout out to where I'm posting from. I'm talking from this great studio in Nashville called PhysioFit. Brandy Binkley owns it. You should check it out if you're in the area. Personal training and group classes as well. Some of you can see the words behind me. I think pretty inspiring. She has things like this around the studio. It says, strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. And so I think that's a message for all of us, because it's a continuum. It's you think, oh my gosh, I can never get to that point. You know what? You take it in small steps. You keep overcoming the small steps, and eventually, you get to where you want to get to. But you keep moving forward, and that's your strength. So, hey, if you found benefit from this, if you haven't already, please like my page and feel free to share with someone who you think could benefit as well. Talk to you later.